Hey, this is North. This is my day 5 review. Today my net P&L was negative $130. I had one win, which was kind of a break even, and then one loss. My account balance at the end of the day was $49,801.76, and I am currently $3,198.24 away from being funded. Let's jump right into the review. Alright, so this is the beginning of the review. I, of course, waited for the 15-minute candle to close. I got my orders ready when I wanted to order if it broke out either side. I am starting to look at indices more, like gold and silver, because they've been moving a lot. I want to keep my options open. Here I entered a gold long, and I'll tell you why. So I'll show you on the chart as well. But a 5-minute candlestick opened above. It pulled back right above orb. On silver, it was about here, but VWAP was above it. So VWAP's kind of going up here. VWAP on silver was above it because it went down in pre-market. So I was thinking that VWAP would almost be a magnet for gold because gold and silver are so correlated. I was looking between them. It did go down quite a bit. Almost got stopped out, but I put my stop loss right below that candlestick and it worked out. I almost got stopped out there. Almost by like a tick. Slowly went back up. I switched a lot. I need to start looking at one thing more. Or on separate monitors at least. So it's slowly going up here, right? Just making its way up. Just doing its thing, going a little slow, but nothing crazy. And then boom, massive red candlestick on the 1 minute. The good thing is I was able to move my stop loss to break even. So that trade I made actually $6, the big $6. Everybody clap for that $6. What an achievement. And then it started retracting back up, but and then it dumped. Like that was on a 1 minute candlestick. Just full on dump. So I'm lucky I set to break even there. Here I was thinking, look, there's VWAP at bottom of orb. If it could come back up, that would be just an A+ setup, right? I got my order ready on gold for a pullback on this downtrend. And keep in mind, at the same time, I was looking, this already dumped. Actually, I'll show you this soon. This was a nice little downtrend I could have gotten on. I should have been looking at NQ too, because NQ pulled back right to orb. That's something I need to work on. If NQ pulls back to orb, then it's likely ES will just go down if it's below it. It's not going to pull back to orb too. I mean, that's just, they're so linked. Silver and gold just dumped. Like, next level dumped. If I wasn't so stingy on that sell limit placement, I definitely could have got in there. But that's just me being stingy. And on top of that, let me see if I go back to silver on the left side. I think silver had actually pulled back to orb. So if I entered on the silver pullback, but on gold, I can't do silver micros because they're so expensive. They're so expensive. I could have got in on that. See, look, it opened right below that 5-minute orb. Would have been just perfect to enter on gold right there. Just perfect. So I essentially missed 2 setups today by not watching silver and gold in correlation and then ES and NQ in correlation. That's how I missed 2 setups today. So right now I'm plus $6 for the day. Here, I see VWAP about or below. I get a short ready for it. And it kind of does its thing for a minute. I'm up like $50, $90 at a point. But it's just really choppy. It's not really doing a whole lot. And I get stopped out here. But it was really just full on chop for the rest of the day, just around this level. So yeah, that's how I lost the next 100. And then let me move to the chart. Alright, so here we are. So as you can see, ES went down here. If we go to MNQ, at that same time, if I would have just watched both, look, a 5-minute candlestick open below, just shredded down, even harder than ES, because it didn't really chop as much. But just, I mean, that could have been beautiful. But of course I'm not paying attention to both, but that would have been a beautiful entry right there. And then let's go to MGC. Here, yeah, that's where my entry was. I moved to break even, plus $6, shreds downwards. What I could have actually done with it right there. See where it opened here, like 1025, right? If I was paying attention to silver too, I keep forgetting that these things are so correlated. Look at that. 5-minute candlestick, 1025, same 5-minute candlestick. I could have got in at that time, but on gold, and then definitely made the most out of gold. What I like about doing both the indices and ES and MNQ is that if one isn't trending or has enough momentum one side, then I can go to the other, and usually I think one of them will have that going on, which is definitely nice. But yeah, I think I really need to buy like TradingView Premium so I can get like gold, silver, MES, MNQ here, because that way I can really just watch it like a hawk. I need to remember, like, okay, like earlier, if NQ, right? If that's gonna bounce off the 5-minute orb, I could enter NQ or I could enter MES, but at the same point because it's bouncing off of, look, VWAP and orb. That's a double confluence. That would have been a beautiful trade. Let's go to MGC, right? Same thing. Look, not VWAP, but look, 1020. If I would have entered on gold there, right there, where it pulled back to the orb low on silver, it would have been just a beautiful trade. Like, next level. Let me look at this, right? Short. Well, probably not. We didn't here. Probably there or something, right? Above orb. Let's just say we went until there was a green candlestick, because that's pretty realistic, right? Right? So, I mean, we'll just be conservative and say 1 to 3.25 at least. That would have been awesome. I mean, above orb. But I really need to pay attention to the pairs themselves better and how they work together and they correlate. And if VWAP's here on one of them, and then silver it's not, but silver is going to react to it, so I need to keep that in mind for gold and vice versa. That's just what I need to do. And that's a big thing I'll go over in the outro. But yeah, let's jump right into the outro. Alright, so my account balance again at the end of the day was $49,801.76. My gross P&L was negative $130. I made 2 trades. Average trade hold time 20 minutes. Profitable trades 50% of. My total profit per profitable trades were $6. Losing trades 136. And then yeah, let's move into the recap. So 1, look at different things at once. MNQ pulled back beautifully to entry, but I was watching ES, so I couldn't get in. If I would have saw that MNQ pulled back to orb 15-minute, I could have just entered NQ there or ES. It doesn't matter. But if I was watching both, that was perfect entry criteria for that. Like, just perfect. 2, if moving slow, do not be scared to move to break even. Like I did with that gold, it was moving a little bit slowly. I moved to break even. I was lucky to get out for a $6 profit before it just continued shutting down. 3, be more generous with stop loss in general. A lot of the times I feel like I'm right on the direction, but maybe my stop loss is a little bit too tight because I'm being greedy. I need to remember I'm aiming for originally 1 to 2 trades in general. I mean, every trade is different, so my risk to reward can't be the same. But I would like to have consistent days of 1 to 2, just $200 profit. That'd be fine with me with my scaling plan. 4, this is kind of point 1 again, but I really need to scream this into my head. Watch how ES correlates to NQ and vice versa. If NQ pulls back to orb like it did today for entry, you can't expect ES to necessarily pull back there all the time. If I'm waiting for a pullback on ES, but it already pulled back to orb on NQ, it probably won't pull back for ES2 unless NQ is just going upwards, which then I shouldn't be in that trade anyways. Notes: make sure to watch all of the indices, whatever how it's said, MNQ, ES, whatever, all of them at once, and get used to the key areas of the one affecting the other, and just be aware of that. 2, be careful with gold and silver. I can't trade silver because 1 micro is like a mini on ES or something. It's way too much for my risk. But silver and gold are linked, so that's nice, but I need to keep a watch on both and just be careful because I'm not used to how they move. The volume is so much lower, resulting in the moves being bigger and more random. Not random, but more drastic when they do move. So I need to be careful of that because I'm not used to it. I think I can capitalize on it, but I need to be careful. Like, maybe a precaution is me making my stop loss a little bit bigger. 3, keep improving. I need to keep making these videos every day. I need to keep reviewing them. Today was a good day for me. I mean, it's Friday. I'll probably make a weekend over the week review. But yeah, I need to keep improving, making these videos. I feel myself getting better. I feel like I'm close. I'm close to all of this. But I just need to iron out a couple small things. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good weekend, and bye.